All right. Hello, everyone. This is JD from Techcanvass, and I am one of the PMI PMP instructors. So, with us today, we have Sudipt Singh, who is a project management professional certified by PMI. And I'll do the less of talking and more of asking. So, uh, Sudeep, we'll get started. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine, JD. Thanks a lot. How about you?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. Um
Wonderful.
so, why don't we start by a brief introduction about yourself and where you are from, your industry, and yes, any other details that you can share.
Sure. So, I'm an accomplished program manager offering more than 14 years of leadership experience in various domains such as IT, project management, US healthcare, client and vendor relations, business operations, etc. I have completed my MBA in back in 2009, and currently I'm working as an IT giant with an IT giant as a program manager. I have excellent technical skills. That is what people say in Agile and waterfall methodologies, MS Project, Jira, and project management tools. Others consider me highly organized, methodical, skilled at overseeing daily milestones across high performance cross-functional teams. I am also a Six Sigma Black Belt and PMP certified professional. I guide, train, and advise, mentor aspirants within my current organization who want to take up PMP as well.
Interesting. Did I hear you saying that you are both well versed with Agile and Waterfall? Is that what you said?
Yes, I have waterfall as well as agile methodologies being implemented in my projects and programs. So yeah.
Nice to know that. Thanks for the introduction. Uh, when did you exactly complete your PMP certification?
Just like most of the aspirants, I had decided to take up PMP long back in 2016, but I kept on procrastinating for all these years. So I finally completed my PMP certification back in 2020 amidst the pandemic crisis and took the examination from home.
Okay, okay. So I assume you referred to PMBOK 6th edition that time, or was
When
it the fifth?
when I originally started, it was the fourth edition when I started reading PMBOK. Then gradually it moved on to five, then six, and yes, I took up the examination on sixth version.
Okay, okay. Interesting. So, taking a couple of steps back, right? Why did you choose PMP?
Um, I landed a job as a project manager back in 2010, but at that time I lacked the on-job experience required to, continue to function as a project manager. Moreover, I was missing on the framework needed to manage such large projects on a foreign land because I was managing a World Bank project in Bhutan for the Royal Government of Bhutan. And I used to have nightmares of messing up the project because there was a lot of there was a lot riding on the success of the project for all the parties involved, for the government, for me, for my organization, for World Bank and everything. So that is when I started reading about PMP and got myself a hard copy of PMBOK edition 4. However, apart from the knowledge and expertise with important skills, PMP provides industry recognition and provides great networking opportunities around the world. So that is when I realized that I should be taking up this particular certification for sure. I also realized that certified PMs are welcomed with open arms to any new organization. The certification ensures a considerably higher job security, and a PMP certified project manager commands around 30% more salary. So going by the current trends, salaries are continuing to grow, and it will continue to do that in the future. So that is when I thought, it would make more sense for me to take up the certification.
Okay. So the takeaway here is that not only for the knowledge and the skill, but also for the recognition and demand that it has in the market. Okay.
Right, right,
So,
absolutely.
uh, just curious, how long was the preparation? I know you started much earlier, but the core part
Right.
of the preparation, what was the duration?
So, I started taking interest in preparing myself for PMP at that time itself back in 2016. But my actual preparation time was around 2 months from the time I made a firm decision that yes, I'm going to go ahead and complete the certification. Enough of procrastinating. I'm not going to delay this anymore. So if I could take the whole time into consideration, it was roughly around 2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Okay, that's a standard time.
Yeah.
And how did you plan these 2 months? Did you have any Gantt chart in place, or what was that?
No, so when I was planning for my PMP, I was already Six Sigma certified, so I was more inclined towards using those kind of project plans, for business improvement or quality improvement, and I was trying to take it up as a Six Sigma project for myself as well. But when I started talking to my colleagues, my peers, whoever have completed the certification, they gave me some tips and tricks. So based on that, I first calculated how much time I need to prepare myself to get comfortable with attempting the certification examination. And I realized that I should be going through the PMBOK at least twice, cover to cover, and another book which is Rita Mulcahy's, twice cover to cover as well. So all in all, both the books put together, it is around 1,200 pages. So plus I wanted to take up at least 5 to 6 mock tests to check on my progress. So I calculated the number of days I would need to complete all of all the content along with the mock tests, and then I went ahead and booked my exam according to that.
Okay, so if I heard you right, you covered Pimbok twice and Rita Mulcahy
Yes,
twice.
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes. Cover to cover.
right. So the challenge that most people have, right, and you also had that, would have been that you are working and preparing at the same time, right? Sometimes
Right.
workload, we cannot predict the workload in office. So how
Right.
did you manage that?
So I initially started with reading around 15 pages on a weekday plus around 40 pages over weekends, that is Saturday and Sunday. And I was also making notes simultaneously as and when required for quick reference. I first went through the PMBOK appendix to familiarize myself with the jargon and the terminologies. Then I read PMBOK cover to cover once. Then once Rita Mulcahy, then again came back to PMBOK once. Then again went back to Rita Mulcahy once. That is how I alternated between both the books. Then I also kept on taking mock tests in between, um, to see where I'm lacking, or to tweak my approach to focus more on the weaker areas as and when I'm completing one or the other mock test. So this helped me plan my day from a study as well as from a work standpoint without interfering with each other.
Okay, okay. Well, I had one thing interesting from you is that you went through the Pimbok appendix first,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good takeaway because Pimbok is a dry book. It's
yes,
static.
very true.
It's not dynamic. It explains you like a dictionary what is what.
Yeah,
Right place for aspirants to start is from the appendix. That's a good takeaway.
yeah.
Now, during this course of preparation, do you remember anything that was the most challenging? Anything that was a big obstacle that you had to overcome in terms of preparation?
That was, it has to be for sure memorizing the formulas.
Hmm.
I struggled a lot memorizing the formulas, I remember, and I created all sorts of mnemonics to, help me remember and memorize the concepts, or, memorize the formulas. So yeah, formulas was a nightmare, frankly.
Okay, okay. And mnemonics, yeah, good old school and college technique that we used to memorize our
Yeah.
topics. Um, any cheat sheets? Do you have a one paper summarization of formulae, something like that, or how did you memorize till the last
I
minute?
I had a notebook in which the first few pages were all the jargons. The next few pages were all the formulas. The next few pages were all the inputs, outputs, and techniques.
Okay,
Trying match and following. Those kind of segregations I have made in my notebook. And whenever I'll get confused with something, or I'm taking up a mock test and I'm getting stuck, or I'm getting confused with which is the best answer, because that is what happens with the PMP examination, because they might give you a couple of options which both are correct, but the question would say that you need to choose the best one. So then I quickly go back to my notebook, refer to it, and try and figure out which one should be the best in the given scenario. So yeah, that is how I used to do it.
Okay, okay, that's just perfect. Uh, Now, as the exam day approached, right?
Right.
How was your anxiety levels throughout the preparation? Did it increase as the exam day approached, or was it equal? How did you balance yourself?
It definitely increased. I mean, on the examination day, I was feeling like I'm going for a war. My heart was constantly pounding. All sorts of thoughts, formulas, concepts, terminology was running through my head. But then I realized that this much of anxiety and stress would not be good. And I need to calm down before the examination, before the certification. So I around 2 hours before the exam, I think I started preparing my mind for the exam. Started calming down myself, listen to some soothing music, just so that everything comes back in control, and had a quick snack so that I don't suddenly start feeling hungry. Because it is a 4-hour exam, and organized my desk. I have a bit of OCD with with organization, so I organized my desk so that I don't, miss out on something which I might need during the course of my examination. And then, sat down, calmed down, uh, prepared for the examination, and just went through with it.
I can literally replay what I did as well, pretty much similar.
Yeah,
And I do believe that some amount of exam pressure is good to perform. Leave some
yeah,
room for pressure and then balance yourself. Yeah, I
yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
True.
So, the course of preparation, let's consider till the day of the exam. Is there any
Mhm.
do's or don'ts, particularly that you want to suggest for our aspirants?
I Immediately, I can only suggest one each. One do would be try to understand the concepts rather than mugging up the formulas or mugging up the concepts, because PMP questions are situational questions.
True.
You need to think outside of your role or outside of your own organizational procedures or policies if you're already a project management professional, and think about how PMBOK advises on the best course of action in such situations.
Exactly.
Because that is how you will be able to identify the correct answers during the
True.
examination. Um, a don't would be, as I have done, don't do that. That is procrastinate completing the certification, taking up the examination once you have completed the training, because the sooner you do it, the easier it gets. That is what I have realized, and that is what I have been suggesting to all the aspirants who I mentor nowadays.
True. And it's very admirable that you chased up and did finish it, right? Uh,
Yeah,
my general observation was that if you lose the 3 months after the prep course, the steam is lost. Right?
right, right,
Seems
right.
like you have some strong will there.
Yeah.
And how was your career post certification? Right? What was it rewarding or how was it?
Oh yes, I mean, I got very very good response, financially or professionally after I
Mm.
completed my certification. My salary since then has increased threefolds. Since I completed the certification, I have recently been, I mean, not recently, it's been a bit long. I have been promoted as well within my organization. I keep on receiving all these emails and calls from various top tier organizations, to come and join them. So yes, it has its own perks and rewards definitely, and you realize that you go into a completely different league once you have completed your PMP certification.
And also, the exam is tough for a reason. Right?
Right,
It's
right, right.
tough because there is a demand in market, and there are a lot of attributes associated with one who gets certified as well. So my next question is connected to that. Uh, what changes did you observe in your project management skills after you got certified?
Okay, so when we prepare for the certification, we are exposing ourselves to various methodologies and situations outlined in PMBOK, which enables us to think on our toes in a practical world and manage the project situations better. So now I'm much more confident in taking up large and complex projects compared to how I used to avoid taking them up in the past. So that has given me a confidence in terms of how I can manage a project or a program and deliver everything within the triple constraint that we look for.
True, true. In fact, that's had been my observation as well. In the office, when I have colleagues who get PMP certified, I see a huge shift in their thought process in managing
Yeah,
projects, in their affinity towards taking up best practices, trying to onboard better standards in project management, right? Be it estimation, be it scheduling the project, etc. I've seen a huge shift once they get certified. So
right.
that's one thing. So you got certified and you saw the changes both in terms of skill set and the demand for you as a project manager, right? But then again, from if you put it this way, you yourself seen three editions of PMBOK, right?
Right.
That is
Yeah.
because the industry is evolving.
Yes.
The way we manage projects is also evolving. So how did you maintain your knowledge on relevancy in latest trends in project management uh, post your PMP certification?
So, first of all, I got myself registered as a PMI member that we generally do, when we book our examination. So, I'm a PMI member. I'm also part of the Bangalore chapter. So, I keep on receiving email updates from them. I also make it a point to, go on the internet and try to read on how the project management landscape is evolving and what new is coming up, what is changing, what is being modified, added, removed from PMBOK or from the project management landscape as a whole. I also get updates from Techcanvass, which I'm pretty thankful for. So these are the ways I try to keep myself, up to speed.
Okay, sure. And adding to that, we have the 60 PDUs that PMI wants us to renew
Yes,
for the renewal of your PMP certification. That helps us as well in that direction.
yes, absolutely, yes.
Sure. That's all. I'm done with my questions. Sudeep, it was very enlightening. Uh, all the tips I'm pretty sure our aspirants will find useful. And I myself had some key takeaways, right? The PMBOK appendix, for example, I'm going to recommend that to my students as well. So that is quite
Okay,
useful. Any
thank you.
closing thoughts for our aspirants from you?
So just go ahead, complete the certification. It is a pretty rewarding career. It is a very good certification to have in your on your resume. It makes you much more desirable by the top organizations, and it really boosts your career. So don't delay this. Go ahead and complete it as soon as possible, and see the reap the benefit.
Thank you very much, Sudeep. That was quite useful. This is the end of the interview. Thanks for your time and
No problem.
have a good day.
You too, JD. Thank you. It was nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Same here. Bye.